Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. More Colorado transfer portal news. Jordan Seaton looked like he may go to Miami. So we're going to talk about that. He also responded to Michael Irvin, as you guys know. Michael Irvin said, "Now that you're leaving my boy, you need to come see me." He said, "Well, all right, meet me down there then. Meet me down there." He said, "Meet me down there, or meet me up there." He said, "Let me see. Yeah, meet me up there." He said, "Meet me up there, man. I guess in Miami." So that's going on. Jordan Seaton exposed a lot of people throughout this whole process. People are real finicky. They act like they support you just for their own benefit. But now that you leaving their little program, they don't want nothing to do with you now. That's just how life is. It's all about what you can do for everybody else. Now, a lot of these players that's coming into Colorado, some of them are leaving their program. Some of their programs don't want these people to leave. But you guys got them. But it's like you give some and you take some. I mean, you let players go and you acquire more players. That's all. But to call a kid disgusting and all that kind of stuff is out of pocket. This is just football at the end of the day. Um, he can have a change of mind overnight. If he said he was going to stay at Colorado, then all of a sudden he just changed his mind. He could do that. He's a human being. We could change our minds overnight. And nothing has to be set in stone. Um, there's no contract signed here. I could see if there was a contract signed, then all of a sudden, I could see, but there was no contract signed here. Nobody tell the coaches to up and leave. The coaches can up and leave whenever they want to, and nobody say anything. All the coaches, they make the best decisions for them. So when the kids make the best decisions for them, what's the problem? Coach left Jackson State. A lot of people were upset when he left Jackson State. He didn't care nothing about it. He didn't bat an eye at it. So this kid shouldn't bat an eye either. And also, he stayed there the same amount of years that Shador and Travis stayed there. He stayed there 2 years. Okay. Shador could have came back for an extra year. Travis could have came back for an extra year. So what's the problem? They did 2 years. He did 2 years. If they did 2 years, he did 2 years. So what's the problem? This really I'm glad he did this because he made the right decision to leave. He more than likely did because these fans out here, they finicky. I don't not I'm not talking about all the Colorado faithful, but a lot of these like vloggers and stuff, these people are fake, man. I mean, calling a kid disgusting and see, those are code words. Why they calling them that? They want to call them something else, but they know they'll get their channel deleted if they do that. They want to call him something else, and I bet you at their dinner table that's what they call him. Yeah, the negativity towards this kid is ridiculous. I hope that he do leave. I hope that he don't come back. And coaching them, they're not saying a word about it. It's like mum's the word. They're not. He is in the transfer portal. I'm looking at him right now. Jordan Seaton, there he is. He's in the transfer portal. Now, at any time, they could negotiate and get him out the portal. That's not out of the realm of possibility. But no, he's in the transfer portal. He's still there. But the negativity that these vloggers and the school and people that's affiliated, the way what they're doing with this kid, he needs to leave. I don't want him to come back. I don't want him to come back. And the coach being quiet about it. He should like, nah, don't attack this kid. He's not saying a word. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they lost coaches, it was on you that they lost. It wasn't on these kids that they lost. Y'all dropped the ball here and fucked off the whole season. You guys dropped the ball. You left timeouts on the table. It was horrendous. You guys dropped the ball here this season. You kept a quarterback in the game that should have stayed out of the game. You guys did a horrible job this season, and you sitting up here blaming the kids. This ain't gonna change. This ain't gonna change, man. The hype train is over. The hype is over now. Y'all can stop hyping this now. The hype is over. Y'all got to go out and win. Forget all the hype. Oh, we got this kid. We got this kid. That's the same thing y'all said last year. Oh, we got this kid coming in. Oh, look at his attributes. We got this kid. We got this kid. Listen, let's see if y'all go 4-0. Let's go 5-0. Let's go 6-0. Everybody is not negative here. See, when you go against what they're saying, everybody has to be negative and everybody has to be a fool. Ain't no fools over here. Okay, the pressure is on y'all to win. Yeah, if any one of us was in a position to get $4 to $6 million for the season, we would take it. For him, that's a bonus. You know why? Because he going to the league right after that. So that's added on to his signing bonus. You might as well look at it like that. Because he's going to be gone after next year after he leave Miami. He's going to be gone, and Miami is okay with that. This kid is leaving to further his career. That's why he's leaving. He's going to develop. He's not getting developed up there. This is what was told to me now. This is somebody hit me up on IG. They're an insider. They used to play there, and this is not Matt. He said he's not getting developed there. He said he can get money. He said whatever Colorado was paying him, he could take that, and he's only going to be there for 12 more games. He said he got 12 games left at Colorado before he's in the first round to get $35 million guaranteed up front. So he only got 12 more games left in him in college. That's not a long time. Travis was there for 24 games. He was there also for 24 games. He played there 2 years. Okay. Travis didn't stay 3 years. Shador didn't stay 3 years either. They left after 2 years. They could have came back. Shador could have came for extra season because he had a COVID year. Travis could have stayed to his senior season. They didn't do that. So they stayed 2 years. This kid stayed 2. I knew this kid was leaving. I knew they weren't going to keep him. And it's not the money. He wants to go somewhere that has the best possibility of development. And this is not a knock on the team. They just got to get better with it. They just got to get better with the development. The linebackers are not getting developed there. Not with the last linebacker coach they had. They were not getting developed there. And when I say that, am I a fool and I'm a hater? You can say that. But the linebackers weren't getting developed. The linebackers weren't getting developed. Yeah, I'm still talking about Jordan. They're still talking about him. I'm gonna still talk about him. So I put you in timeout because I don't want you to come back. Go somewhere else and talk something else. Um, yeah, so just go somewhere else. I don't want y'all come. Y'all not sending people over here. I'm just blocking. I'm not even gonna say I'm blocking. I'm just gonna block you. I'm just you don't have no chances over here. I'm Kim Jong Un in the comments. You know what that means? I'm a dictator. I am Kim Jong Un in the comments. You're not going to send your people my way. The linebackers definitely wasn't getting the reason why y'all couldn't stop the run because y'all need another linebacker coach. That's why. Y'all had some linebackers there last year, but you couldn't use them correctly. That's why. He wasn't the right coach. And I'm being honest. I'm not trying to sit here and diss nobody. But this kid is going to develop his career. That's and one of the insiders said it as well. That make videos. I found this somebody else told me this. But the guy Matt that makes videos, he said that he's not getting developed properly. Yeah, tomorrow is not promised. Make as much money as you can. I don't see why and nobody's here beefing. Nobody beef with coach got his money. He got his money. The hype is over now. The hype is over. They can't hype this no more. They can't hype this no more, man. You can't tell me this is the best team we got. You're not hyping that no more. Only way you're gonna hype it is you start the season off 5-0. That's the only way you're gonna hype this. Okay. The only way you're gonna hype this unless the team starts off 5-0. I don't want to hear it 5-0. Because last year was on the coaches. That was on y'all. Like if y'all didn't switch that guy out, y'all could have won a few more games. And it wasn't no knock on him. It's just I don't know if something happened. I don't know what it was. It's not that he can't play because he can. He can play. Maybe somebody told me also the guy told me he said the kid confidence was shot. They shot his confidence. His confidence was shot and he wasn't gonna play no more after that. Yeah, I'm glad he gone too. I'm glad he gone because the way they acting over there, I'm glad he gone. And he need to walk with his head high and that's it. These people not your family, man. You walk with your head high. Because in life, you're gonna make tough decisions. You're gonna make tough decisions in life, and you can't please everybody all the time. Okay. And coach, I know you always say, like, we here to develop men and stuff like that. No, you here to coach, baby. You here to coach. 5-0. These people got parents. 5-0. You got to go 5-0, baby. You got to go 5-0. And I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt because you're rebuilding the team again. Now the hype's over. The hype's over, man. This is the real shit right here. 5-0. I actually, if you go 4-1, that's good for me, or 3-1. But they are coming for you this upcoming season. I know the pressure is on. The pressure was on last year, and that's why you took it out on the kids. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was the best they could do. That quarterback confidence was shot. His confidence was shot, man. It was embarrassing. Y'all did a quarterback carousel. You guys didn't. You left timeouts on the table. I don't know. Like you guys got to get it together with the coaching. But these kids are leaving for development, and I have to be real with y'all. That's why they leaving. They getting money there. Tafiq he had a Mercedes G wagon. Did y'all know that? They eating up there. They eating at Colorado. I don't know if it's the money because they leaving. He's sitting around driving a G wagon. Okay, they're eating up there. It ain't the money. It ain't the money. Y'all could afford them because I heard y'all got 20 million to play with. Now y'all got enough money because y'all paid Boo Carter. Y'all got enough money. You said 5-0, Georgia Tech, Weber State, Northwestern, Arizona, Baylor. Yeah, 5-0. I didn't know. Is the what do you call it? The schedule out? Rigo? Is the schedule out? I know Tafiq brother in NFL, but that's what I'm saying. It ain't about the money. Obviously, he getting money from somewhere. He got a G wagon. He not. It's not the money. I think they just don't know I just don't think the coaches halfway know what's going on. And I got to be real. Oh, it's out, Rigo. Okay, I got to check it. Yeah. So you said Georgia Tech, yeah, they got to beat Weber State, dog. They got to beat Weber State. They got to beat Northwestern. Arizona State coming for them. They now don't know about that one. And they got to beat who play at Baylor now? Which one of our guys is at Baylor? Draylon. He gonna be coming for them. Yeah, they got to go 5-0 for sure. 5-0. They got to go 5-0, man. They got to, and not only they got to get to a bowl game, they have to win one. because he hasn't won a bowl game in his coaching career yet. He has to win a bowl game too. Okay, the pressure is on. The pressure is on. Remember, this was the Last Supper. The Judas is gone now. Whoever the Judas was, I don't know who the Judas was, but he said it was the Last Supper. So that means the Judas is gone. But see, in his mind, he might think that since we only won 3 games, all the kids are garbage. He might think that. He might think they're garbage. So I need to go with some other people. Okay, let's see if it works. But who was the Judas? We don't know. Okay. You guys, the coaches have to be able to look within themselves and say, did I do something wrong here? Did I do something wrong? Are we preparing them like we're supposed to? Are we preparing for the game? Because I heard that the coaches don't watch film. That's what it was telling to me. The coaches don't really watch film. So if you guys are not preparing for the team, why should the kids prepare for the team? This on y'all. This on the coaches for sure. This on y'all. This is on y'all. I'm holding them accountable. This is on them. Okay. This is on them. You had Travis and them, and you still couldn't win a bowl game. I'm being dead serious here. Somebody gotta tell the truth. You had the best team with NFL players and still couldn't win a bowl game. That's on y'all. It's on the coaches. It's on the coaches. And they hate, I know they hate when I say that. It's on y'all. You can't have Travis, Silman Craig, Shador, Shiloh, BJ Green, Jimmy Horn Jr., LaJohntay Wester, and still lose a bowl game. That's on y'all. That's on the coaches. You're not preparing correctly. That's what this is now. So hopefully you guys get it right. Because you can get it right in that one season. Maybe it was the what you call it, the offensive coordinator, as everybody say. But now that you have a new offensive coordinator, then that should be corrected. That should be corrected. Or was the offensive, even if the offensive coordinator, even if he was afraid to speak his mind, it's still his fault because he's supposed to speak his mind. He's supposed to speak his mind because I heard that the coaches are afraid to say anything. If that's the case, then you guys are doing Prime a disservice. Y'all doing him a disservice because y'all gonna get embarrassed next season. Y'all gonna get embarrassed. These Arizona State coming for y'all. Baylor is coming for y'all. They took one of your players. They coming for you. They're gonna try to embarrass you again. This is what I know. They're gonna try to embarrass you. Because I would. I would try to embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? They coming for you because you guys got the biggest platform. I'm tired of the sugarcoating stuff. Oh yeah, this team now that Jordan is gone, this puts Colorado in the best position. No, it doesn't. No, they on the verge of getting embarrassed again. I don't care who they bringing in. If it's the coaches, it don't matter who you bring in. It don't matter who you bring in. They just here for the check. So that's what I have to say. That somebody got to be honest with these coaches, man. The linebacker coach was atrocious. Atrocious. Now I'm just going to be honest. He was atrocious, man. Why was he still there? Yeah, he skated because he had Hill, Green, and Bentley. They probably knew more than he knew. Okay, so that's why he skated. But this year they're not going to be able to skate. Now everybody is gone. Now it's on the coaches. Let's see if it's on the coaches now. You guys bought in 145-pound running back. Good luck. Good luck. 104, wherever have 160 pounds, whatever he is, he a lightweight. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck running him in the Big 12. Good luck. I don't give a damn if he came from Sac State. Good luck running him up the middle in the Big 12. Y'all about to get embarrassed. Okay? Y'all about to get embarrassed. If you guys didn't put in the effort to prepare for these games, you have to blame yourself first. It starts from the top and it goes all the way down to the players. If players had to go to somebody else to get help on defenses, it's on the coaches. They should not have to go to a vlogger to get help for a game. They should not have to. Miami's not doing that. I don't see no Miami players doing that. When they got Jason Taylor over there, I don't see his players coming to that dude to ask him about the game. Yeah, this is on y'all. So the pressure's on the coaches. It's on y'all this year. It's on y'all this year. That's it. It's on them. Yeah, even Marshall Falk only did 1 year. Ain't nobody talking about Marshall Falk. He was just there for 1 season. That's it, and he left, moved on. He wasn't the only coach that did that. But now we knocking Jordan Seaton for moving on and saying that he's disgusting. Yeah, and the dude keep doubling down on it. He saying, yeah, it's just utterly disgusting. And who the fuck are you, man? That's what I want to say to him. Like, who are you to tell this man what to do with his life? Like, who are you? I wish somebody would say I'm disgusting for making a decision. I wish that was my son. I'd be cussing everybody out. Your mother's disgusting. Don't sit up here and call my son disgusting. I would cuss them all out. I really would. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not gonna say he disgusting just for making a decision. This is a decision on his own. I'm real, man. I'm just real with it. That's just all it is. I'm the sugarcoating is over. Like y'all got to go at least 3-0 at least. 3-0 or 4-0 or 5-0. If not, this a fail. So yeah, man, it's all about the wins at the end of the day now. The X's and O's and the wins. The hype's over. It's unfortunate that when Jordan leaves, he's exposing people. Now that he's leaving. And Michael Irvin was like, now that you leaving my boy, you need to come see me. No, he need to go see Mario Cristobal. That's who he needs to go see. You acting crazy on the sideline. I don't know what you're on, but you're acting crazy. He don't need to go see you. Okay? He don't need to go see you. I know you went to the U and all that, but he don't need to go see you, man. Not the way you acting. You acting like step and fetch it out there. Straight up. You acting step and fetch it out there, man. You doing too much at this point. So whatever, miss me with Michael Irvin. But yeah, he said meet me in he said meet me up in Miami. He said meet me there. So it could be an indication that he's headed to Miami. If he's headed to Miami, he'll for sure be a top 5 in the draft. For sure. At Colorado, no. He's not going to be top 5 in the draft. He'll lose money. That's why he's leaving, I think. Because last year I was listening to a guy because these former players, they know a little bit more about the technicality part of the game than I do. So I asked my boy, he played for the Jets. He said no, he will be second round. And he works for the organization. He works for, I'm not going to tell you which one. He said he actually he improved his draft chances now that he's either going to Miami or somewhere else. And I was like, is it true that they didn't double last year? He said, nope. They didn't do a lot of complex things with the offensive line. And he said, we want to see it. We want to see him do that. So he has to go somewhere to do that, even if it takes to his senior year. He said, because you got to understand, he's in a great position now because he doesn't have to leave his junior season. He doesn't have to leave his junior season. So if he goes to Miami, he will get in a different system. In the NFL, they want to see that. They want to see different things from him. They haven't seen it yet. That's what I heard. He said it's a lot of things that they didn't do. They didn't smash mouth nobody. They didn't double nobody. He said they want to see some things. Hold on one second. Hold on. Guys, I'm just not warning you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, I'm not playing y'all. I'm not sending y'all people no way. I'm just banning you. We're not gonna go back and forth with it. I respect your comment, but you're not welcome here. We're not attacking him because he's one of the best tackles in the business. But I heard that some people want to see more. They want to see certain things out of him, and he's not getting it at Colorado. Right. That's the only way you learn your mistakes is watching film. But I'm talking about extra film though. In order to succeed, you need to be married to the film. Yeah, hopefully they'll do better with the O line with Coach Marion, but it's too late. He has to leave. He can't take that chance. He can't take that chance and keep wasting his time. So if he's gonna go somewhere else and get developed, that's what he has to do. You know what I'm saying? He can't take that chance. He's already taken the chance for 2 years. Yeah, exactly. Learn more and better blocking schemes. He can't take that chance. He's already given them 2 years. He didn't leave after his first year. He's given them 2 years. They still haven't got their act together. It's the coaches. Guys, you don't leave timeouts on the table and think it's not the coaches. They don't know what they're doing. That's what it is. And I'm not trying to be a hater and negative by saying that. I'm being real here. There's a reason for everything. The coach is fucked up here. That's why all these kids are leaving. But see, that's why what's the name was telling them, like, coach, please stop talking about the money. It's not the money. That's a way for them to put out the fire because so everybody, oh yeah, it's the money, right? It's not. Do you know you got some players that parents are well off? Do y'all know that? And they're in the portal. Their parents got money and they're in the portal. It's not the money. They did a piss poor job preparing for the games. That's why. And now that they know, if he knows this is what the reason is, now you can improve on it. You can bring coaches in that know what they're doing or not afraid to tell you about yourself. He needs people around to argue with him. He needs people that's not gonna stand down. That's what he needs there. He don't have that. He might have it now in Marion. I'm not sure. Right. And some players were dismissed as well. Right. Yeah, our receiver group was good last year. We still lost. Our wide receiver was the best in college football. We still couldn't win a bowl game. Okay? They've had the players. They've had them. It's the coaching. Yeah, it's the coaching. Right. He did say that. But they weren't doing that. You run the ball and then you make them guess and then you throw the ball. So yeah, we see Keith, the thing is, I'm in the business, so we just have to be honest here. Okay. I'm not a kumbaya kind of guy. We just gotta be honest because look, they can always improve on it. Okay, that's the problem. We need to tighten our game up and then things will change. Things are not going to change, no matter who you bring in. Listen, if you had Travis, Jimmy Horn, LaJohntay Wester, Will Shepherd, and you still lost the bowl game, it ain't no matter who you bring in. It don't matter. It don't matter who you bring in, bro. And this thing wasn't designed to last anyway. It was designed to get his kid in the NFL. Excuse me. It was designed for his kid to get in the NFL. So the job is completed. Everybody else was secondary. Everybody else was secondary. This wasn't sustainable. But he's still here. I guess I don't know if he's proven a point to say it wasn't even about that. But After next season, if they blow up the next season, I don't see him staying. I think that'll be it at that point. It's just too much, man. If you're not willing to, it's not even that. It's like the coaching. It's the coaches. He can't do everything by himself. He can't be a head coach, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, linebackers coach, offensive line coach at the same time. He can't. It's virtually impossible. And DB coach and safety coach. That's not the job of a head coach. He got to bring people in that's a willing to stand on it. And I can tell you it was a problem, guys. It's a toxic environment there. I saw it on the sideline. Bucky showed it. He showed it. When coach yelled at the defensive coordinator during the game, the defensive coordinator turned his back and had that look on his face. I saw it. I saw it. That season was cooked. And then guess what? It hasn't gotten better. It's not going to get better. It's up to the head coach to get this one better. Coach, I'm gonna say something to you, coach. Everybody don't appreciate getting yelled at. Everybody don't appreciate it. Your defensive coordinator sure as hell didn't appreciate it. When he turned his back and he had that look, I knew this season was over. The season was over. I'm surprised he didn't leave at that point because this new person that's in charge now, they kept Rick George to be the buffer between him and Prime. He's the buffer. Like, if he needs something done, he'll just go to him and then tell coach or whatever. He's the buffer. But it's not he need coaches there that's willing to like stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't stand on it, like coach, we preparing wrong. We got this, you got us messed up. We preparing this wrong. And if he sit there and say, no, I'm not preparing it wrong, and you got to argue with him then. Now it got to be a standoff now. See, with people alphas like that, you gotta actually be in his face. You gotta stand up to him. You can't sit there and bow down because of who the fuck he is. He's just a human being that shit just like you. That's how you gotta treat it. And so what? Because they say he hold grudges for the rest of his life. Okay, well that's not good for his heart either. Just hold grudges for the rest of his life then. But you gotta be honest with him because that's what he's paying you to do. He hired you to come in and be honest. I saw when he was yelling on the sideline how Marshall Falcon was looking. I saw it. Everybody was looking a certain way with their hands folded. That season was cooked. It's up to coach to fix it though. It's up to coach. It's up to him to fix it and allow them to coach. Because if he feel like he's doing a certain way, if they feel like they need to do it a certain way, but they just listen to him anyway, they're getting a free check for nothing. They're not helping them. Yeah, but the defensive coach is still there though, Priscilla. He's still there. But see, the thing is, yeah, he probably saw what was going on. Damn, we can't stop this run. Why can't we call this play? Well, then at that point, well, Coach Prime might have to go back to Jackson State Coach Prime. Now, what do I mean by that? He had the plays in his hand. If you remember that, he had the play card in his hand. He might have to go back to that because that'll be the one way to fix it. Because if he see that they need to call another play and they're not doing it, yelling at the game ain't gonna work. That's only gonna make them not listen to you. So he might as well just take it over himself then. He did it at Jackson State. That's why they were so successful. He knew exactly what plays they were calling, what schemes they were running, and everything. But now we at the Power Five. It looks like everybody is trying to sabotage him. I honestly think years from now, it's gonna come out that somebody paid money and they made sure that he wasn't going to be successful there. I think eventually that comes out because if you're a defensive coordinator there, right? Let me just say this, guys: if you're a defensive coordinator, you came from the NFL. Coach, he's gonna rely on that you know what you're doing. He's gonna rely on you. You know what you're doing. But if he see that they're not stopping the run, and he like, wait a minute, we got a better team than last year. What's going on here? We're gonna find out later on that something happened. It's unfortunate. He's gonna be long from coaching once we find it out. It could have been some billionaire paying under the table, paying these players under the table. It's gonna be something that's gonna come out. That the NFL has it out against him. They do. The way they treated his son, he don't have no allies in the NFL. None. I thought he did. He don't. They all got on one accord and sabotaged this kid. And he ain't had nothing to do with nothing. He was just, working out, doing what he got to do. He don't go out. He don't cause trouble. But you're going to find out eventually that it was the coaching. Something happened there with the coaching that it's not meant for him to be successful there. They don't want him to. And somebody said this a long time ago. They said that they're going to crucify him when he get to Colorado. That was the worst decision that he ever made. He should have stayed at Jackson State because they're saying that they're going to make an example out of him so other people think they can't come up. He's not going to take over college football because he had the potential to. If he sat there and recruited Travis Hunter, he can get anybody. All he needs is the money. All he needs is the money. He could get anybody. If he can get you in his office and talk to you and he got money, he'll get every player he want in the country. He'll have his pickings. They don't want that because when he got Travis Hunter, even Coach Saban said something about it. He said, we are coaches, they paying people out of their pocket. He said something slick like that because he got Travis to go to Jackson State. And then when he went to Colorado, they were still offering Travis heavy bags. But Travis, he just wanted to play for Coach. They were like family at this point. You see what I'm saying? So that's a different situation, but everybody's not family. You know what I'm saying? Jordan, what he did was he gave you guys 2 years of his life. He didn't have to do that. He could have left when Shador and them left. He gave you guys 2 years just like Shador did. He gave Colorado 2 years. Travis gave them 2 years. And that's it. He gave y'all 2 years and he's moving on. He's moving on for his career though. You guys got an issue there. And Jordan was like damn near one of the coaches last year. He was one of the coaches, like trying to motivate his team. That's not right. Even though he's a leader, I don't even know if he had a leader on his uniform. I'm not sure. I don't know if y'all gave it to him. I don't see it. I don't know if y'all gave it to him. Maybe y'all did. But he was the glue for that offensive line last year. He was the vocal leader. He did everything he had to do there. But he wants to learn some complex stuff, some stuff that he needs to learn before he gets to the NFL. And he's not going to get it there. Even one of your former players said it. He said, "You guys don't block. You don't do no double schemes or nothing. You guys don't play smash mouth football. You don't utilize the size you have. You don't double or nothing." He said the kid is not getting developed correctly. So he had to leave. And anybody in his position would leave too if somebody offering you $5 to $6 million. That's like a signing bonus because he's going to the league after 12 games anyway. After 12 games, he's getting ready to prepare for the NFL, which he's going to get like a $35 million signing bonus added on to the bonus he already got in college. So he's smart. This is not a dumb kid. He's smart. But Colorado is not the program to hold somebody like this. They just don't have enough. They don't have enough in the coaching to hold them. And that's crazy. It's crazy for me to say that, but that's what it is. It's not about money. See, coach need to say something. You need to defend him because he came to help you. He had your back. He could have went to Miami his freshman year, but he came with you guys. And didn't he bring Cash Cleveland there? Didn't he bring other people from IMG? He tried to help you. You guys just didn't have it within you to do it. He tried to help you. It's not about the money. Well, he's gonna get them. You said it. I'd rather for kids to chase greatness. Coach, he is chasing greatness. He is, and he's getting the money. When you chase greatness, you get the money. He's getting the money now. He's chasing greatness. He's one of the premier offensive tackles in college football after Caden Proctor and them left because Caden going to the draft. So he could go anywhere between Alabama. I heard Caden DeBoer is talking to him. Everybody, a lot of people are talking to him to try to get his services, but more than likely it might be Miami. It's not. No, They're not being honest about how he left. Something happened. Something, yeah, but it's going to come out though, Lionel. It's going to come out on what happened because he wasn't leaving. He wasn't leaving. Remember, there's two sides to every story. There's three sides also. There's his side, their side, and the truth. There's another side to this story. I was just talking to one of the parents yesterday, one of the parents that their kids used to play there, just talking to her yesterday. She said, it's another side to this story, baby. It's another side to the story. I'm not going to get into what she said. That's not me. I'm not trying to do like what my boy T Cal be doing. I'm not doing all that. Because once you make it personal, then we're not talking football no more. See, I can say that their coaching is lousy because that's football. Now they might not like when I say that, but I'm not being personal with it. If I tell you what she told me, I'm being personal. Okay. Yeah, now Sam, because he at LSU. They had a problem even when Travis and them was there. It was toxic there. They had a toxic environment. It hasn't changed yet. It hasn't changed. Um, there was parents complaining year one. Year one parents were complaining, especially with how they did Carmani. Carmani wasn't a bad kid. He was told to leave. He didn't want to leave. He was told to leave. Tried to wreck that kid's confidence. It didn't work though. Did you know what happened to Shador was reminiscent on what they did to Juju this season? It's the same thing. It's almost like a mirror of what happened. They were supposed to play Shador. They were supposed to. They were supposed to play Juju as well. They didn't do it. It's all, remember that picture they had? They need to be careful with these pictures because it casts spells. You remember the picture they had when Shador was handing him the keys and sat him in the chair? That's symbolic. And remember how the Browns treated Shador? That's how they treated Juju. They wouldn't let him, they wouldn't play him for shit. And they played him in the late in the season when it ain't when it's like too late now. And then told the kid, told the kid to redshirt, right? They told him to redshirt, then they go recruit another quarterback who didn't come to sit the bench. So they're not showing loyalty either. They recruit a quarterback, you know damn well he not sitting the bench. His brother playing the NFL, he got NFL blood in his veins. He not sitting the goddamn bench. That kid gonna come take his spot, probably. Okay, so they not showing loyalty there either. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's toxic there, and they need to fix it. But these kids that's coming in, they see the opportunity. They see the opportunity because the opportunity, all they gotta do is ball out so they can go to another school. They see. Did you know these players talk to each other? All of them talk to each other. Hey, dude, yeah, you can come here real quick. This and that. You know, do your thing, and you off to another school. This is becoming a feeder program. Kind of how like the JUCOs are. Yeah, man, this has been going on since it's the locker room's kind of crazy. Locker room's kind of crazy there. And also when what's his name left and went back to Indiana, I heard that his confidence was so shot that he had to leave. He had to go back to Indiana. Remember, they took him out of right tackle and put him to guard, and then that was it. Now he's blocking in the last game of his career, playing for the national title. They can't coach over there. That's what it is. You don't just mysteriously be starting for the Heisman Trophy winner. You don't just mysteriously block for a Heisman Trophy winner if you can't play. He can play. It's just that they didn't know what they were doing over there. That's why. I don't know what that offensive coordinator was doing. Talking about Shermer. And you know what he did? He still had Shermer the next year. I mean, damn, are y'all working for Vegas or what? What y'all doing? Benson he's always been good. And then they gonna sit here and move him out of position, acting like he doing something wrong. When the quarterback dancing in the pocket and drifting in the pocket. It's the quarterback. You gotta let that ball go. But they wouldn't tell the quarterback that back then because that's the coach's son. They wouldn't tell him that you giving up sacks. They wouldn't tell him that. And then they made it seem like it's this kid's fault, yelling at him and making him lose his confidence. But now he blocking for the motherfucking Heisman Trophy winner, about to go to the damn league. It's their fault. I'm tired of this hype and stuff and this hype train. Let's be real here. It's toxic over there. And he has to fix it. If he don't fix it, he just might as well. He just might as well. I don't know what to tell you because I'm telling you right now, I'm not crazy in too deep. I'm just being real. I'm tired of people saying like, yeah, since Jordan Seaton, if they're attacking the kid, that's why I'm acting like this because I don't like to see kids get attacked. That's why. See, I'm from the era where it takes a village to raise one. I don't know him from a can of paint, but you're not gonna sit here and attack my brother. You're not gonna attack him. If you want to attack somebody, go attack them grown men over there. Don't attack him because he came there to help. He came there to help. He came there to help him. And now people are attacking this young man. That dude from Locked in Buffs or whatever the hell his name is, he said what he did was disgusting. You don't know him to call that man disgusting. You don't know his mother or nothing like that. I wish you would call him disgusting in my face. I wish you would. I come from it takes a village. That's where I come from. You're not going to attack him. It's just football. He ain't doing nothing wrong. He's a good kid. He just wanted to do. He's a happy-go-lucky person, I heard. But he's a big guy. You might treat him because he's a mammoth of a guy. But he's still a kid at heart. He's still a kid. Did you know something? I bet y'all don't know this. They're recruiting my nephew, and they don't even know it. They don't even know it. They're not gonna get him. They don't even know it though. They don't even know it. He's one of the top in the country at his position, if not number one. And he's my nephew. Miami's recruiting him. Alabama's recruiting him. Texas recruiting him. His mother wanted him to go to Penn State. He's not going to Penn State. I promise you that he's not going to Penn State. She just wanted him to go to Penn State because I'm not going to tell you his name. I'm not going to dig. Then if I tell you his name, I'm going to dox myself. I'm not doing that. You'll find out eventually when I go to the games. You'll find out. But they know who he is. You just don't know who people know. You don't know. I have another little cousin that played for I'm not going to say it. It's one of the Texas schools. It's either A&M or Texas. One of them. I'm not going to tell you which one. But he has an NFL grade. I talk to him all the time. You said send him to Michigan State. No, to see her thing is wherever he's going, she's moving. She don't want to go there because it's too cold. So wherever he's going, she's moving there because somebody has to move there. His dad can't do it. She can though. But yeah, they know who he is for sure. They do. And when I'm seeing how they treating Jordan Seaton and the coaches are not saying nothing, my nephew not going there. He definitely not, because I will blow a gasket if he's treated that way. These kids are kids at heart. Like, they seem big and stuff like that, but they're kids at heart still. He's still a young man. He's a man at, yes, he is, but he's a young man. And I don't like how these outsiders are calling him a certain way. They're outsiders to me. They're outsiders. So ain't no outsider gonna sit here and say he disgusting. That's not happening. I'm gonna crash out. And I don't even have to know. Did you know the parents, they respect what I'm doing? They be listening. You know what I'm saying? Like, this external stuff, there's other stuff going on in play here. It's not the money. It's not the money. Like I said, coach can't do everything by himself. He entrusts the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator to do their jobs. If they're not doing the jobs, then he changed it. He did get a new offensive coordinator. He did. But that offensive coordinator was there, should have did better and not agree on everything that the head coach is saying. Because what if he's wrong? You gotta let him know that's why he hired you. And then if you see that a problem is going on, like, he's entrusting his offensive coaches. Gunner is not. He's not. He's not a Big 12 offensive line coach, man. Come on, man. I'm being real with you. I don't have nothing against Gunner, but he's not a. He's not a. He don't stand up to the Miami coaches. Miami, they got Jason Taylor over there. Jason Taylor. He used to play for the Miami Dolphins. He's a coach over there. He don't fare up to the offensive line coach over there. That kid put people in NFL all the time. He don't fare well with them. So if this kid want to go get some more coaching, that's what he got to do. And the writing was on the wall. I didn't know that he was practicing at Miami facilities. I didn't know that, because that would have been a red flag. I would have called him like, "Yo, what are you up there for?" You know what I'm saying? What you up at the University of Miami? Well, actually, Shador's been there too when he was working out with Cam. So I mean, kids do that. But yeah, that's all it is. Like, if he wants to go get more coaching, then let him go get more coaching. Because this, unfortunately, I hate to say it, Prime, your school is it's not somewhere where you stay. It's somewhere where you come ball out and then go get a better opportunity. That's what this is what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. It's somewhere like Draylon, he could have stayed. I don't know why these players leaving. Just like people said, yes, he could have went to the NFL from Colorado. That's true. He could have. But I guess he had to make a decision. Do I go top 5 in the draft, or do I go bottom of the draft? Or do I go second day? This team could make or break him like that if the coaching ain't there. Now, this new offensive coordinator coming in, it might improve. But I heard that you need an offensive line specialist to come in to teach him certain things to look out for. Okay, if you see the linebacker shifting, you see this person shifting, they're calling a silent audible. So I need to tap my man on the shoulder. We need to do this. We need to slide over. There's certain things that he needs to know. That's what was being told to me. He said he doesn't know it. And he said that they weren't doing it at Colorado. They weren't doing those complex of blocking schemes. They weren't smashing people. They weren't doubling people to open up them holes. So, because we comparing him to Orlando Pace. Orlando Pace, you go look at what they were doing at Ohio State when he was there. They didn't do that at Colorado. So who fault is it? It's the offensive coordinator. It's the offensive line coaches. And I'm surprised because they got 2 offensive line coaches that played in the NFL. They should know. But maybe they're trying to do different things, but the head coach might say, let's do it this way. And they say, okay, coach. Don't okay coach him if he ain't doing it right. Tell him. So that's part of it. It's not the money, dog. The portal. So I just want to say that because people are thinking that he's going for the money and this and that. No, he wasn't leaving. He just decided to leave. He just decided to leave. He wasn't gonna leave. He just like, I'm leaving now. That's why this taking him by surprise. This is taking him by guard now. You didn't you see when people go in the portal, you see Bucky and them like the comments, don't you? They didn't like his. Go look. I can see things. See, they don't even know. I can just see shit. They like everybody else's stuff that went in the portal. Yo, go ball out, go do this. They might do it now that I said it to save face. But they didn't go like his stuff and tell him to go ball out. That's how you know it hit him by surprise. Yeah, not running dual blocking, yeah. So I don't know. See, I'm not saying this to knock the coaches, but he needs to know advanced blocking. He doesn't know it. And that's what a friend of mine told me. He played for the Jets. He said he needs to know this before he goes top 5 in the draft. He said it was a pure business decision he made to help his career. He said he was hurting himself staying at Colorado. He said, this is not no knock on Dion. That's how he said it, told me. Because we know him as Dion. You know, we're his age. We call, that's Dion. He said, we don't know him as Coach Prime. We know him as Dion. But he said, that's how, he said, with Dion, it was set up to get Shador in the NFL. That's it. He said, everybody knows this. Yeah, a friend of mine used to play for the Jets. I had another friend I grew up with. He played with Atlanta and a few other places. But my boy, I get all the information from. He works he works in the front office somewhere. I just don't want to say the team. But he said, yeah, he needs to know certain things. He said for sure he's a first rounder. Everybody knows this. He could stay at Colorado and be a first rounder. But it's a matter of, he told me this, he broke it down. He said it's a matter of, how much did Travis get? Do anybody remember? Was it 35 million? He got it up front too. How much was it? He said it's a matter of that. In a matter, it's between, he said you can make an extra 15 million by going to another school. So he said it's not, he said, let me just say this. It's not a knock on Coach Prime. Coach Prime is not a what do you call it? Offensive coordinator. 41 million. How much did Cam get? How much did Cam get? Well, typically it's been a while since offensive lineman was first picked. But what he's doing is, so you got to look at it like this. If he's guaranteed to go in the first round, where is he going to go in the first round? That's dependent on millions of dollars. Can he make 37 million or will he make 8 million? Because if he go into the third round, he's looking at 8 million. But he's not going to the third round. But let's say he go into the bottom of the second round. This is all on the team needs, right? So by the time he come out next year, he's coming out with more than likely Jordan Seaton is going to the Browns. I'm just telling y'all this. He going to meet up with Shador again. That's gonna be funny as shit. Because he gonna meet up with him again. Because it looked like the Browns ain't gonna get no better. They may get better. I don't know. Because they need help on that offensive line. So Seaton is gonna go somewhere like to the Jets. I could see him winding up at the Jets too. Because he remind me of like a little bit of DeBrickashaw Ferguson. DeBrickashaw Ferguson played with the Jets his whole career. Nick Mangold, rest in peace to Nick Mangold. He played at the Jets his whole career. The Jets is known for that. So I could see him ending up either with the Jets or somebody like that that's retooling their offensive line. Because wherever he goes, he'll probably play there for his whole career. Or maybe another team, and that'll be it. But you talk about people like Cortez Kennedy, rest in peace. Orlando Pace, Bruce Smith, people like that. It's rare to come by for somebody to have that skill set. He's light on his feet. He's very agile. He got good hands. He just needs he need to experience a little bit more. Some blocks, some double blocks. He need different things. He need people to break down film with him. Okay, this person is doing this. I need you to do this. He need to know all that before he gets to the league. Yeah, the Jets might suck again this year, but the Jets are known for getting offensive linemen before they get a big quarterback. They're known for this. They will literally retool their offensive line before they go pull the trigger on a quarterback. That's what they're up to. That's what they're doing again. And so he could very well go to the Jets in 27. You said, Max, I think Shador got pulled to bring Travis to the Browns. It's too late now because Jacksonville not letting Travis go. It's too late. Did you hear about the Seaton news? What about the Seaton news? See, now here's the thing. Let me say this, guys. Just because he's in the portal don't mean he can't get out the portal. How we know they're not still talking to him? Like Jordan, okay, we get you now. All right, well, you're in the portal. But see, the thing is for him, if my boy is correct, he need to leave. Even though he's looking at the first round, even though he's looking at the first round, yeah, I heard he's not officially in. I heard that. Yeah, Ryan Staub visiting LSU to be the backup up at LSU with what's his name? Levitz. That means Ryan Staub can play. It's just that the offensive coordinators suck. Guys, the sentiment going around the NFL and everywhere else that it's the coaches didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They had talent over there. He was like, bro, he said anybody can tell. Look at the offensive. He said you don't even have to be technical with the X and O's to know that they were messing up. You can see it. And he said the kids are trying to save their career. He said, look at the other kid that left. He's going in the bottom of the first round now. Now that he left, and I joke with him and stuff. I say even Caleb Downs would have sat the bench here. Caleb Downs wouldn't have did good here. That's Caleb Downs. They would have found fault in him because it's the coaching. It's the coaching, bro. It sucks though because it's set up for Coach Prime to lose. It really is set up that way. It's almost like he getting sabotaged. But I guarantee you this year he's gonna have his hand in everything. And then if he have his hand in everything like he did at Jackson State, they should be fine. He should have hired Leftwich, but the thing is he didn't do it. He stayed with him. He stayed with him. He won't listen to nobody. That's what it seemed like. Like, bro, the OC, man, they sabotage. And then the OC, I heard he's cool with the Browns coach. Yo, bro. they got taken for a ride, yo. They got taken for a ride. Yeah, if Ryan Staub was an elite quarterback, how come they didn't play him? And how come they didn't call certain plays? It was on the coaching. So that's pretty much it. But I want to, now that I know people saying he's not a fishing in the portal, his name is there though. His name is there. But that don't mean that he can't get out the portal. And then he turned heads with Dante Moore comment. He's like, wait a minute, Dante Moore coming back? Everybody's looking at that like, what does that mean? That he said Dante Moore. A lot of people are I already know the Oregon coach is all over him right now. He probably came to see him already. So the quarterback Dante Moore opts against NFL draft. He's returning. And Jordan Seaton was like, hold up, Dante Moore coming back? He said that. So a lot of people are saying that the Oregon coach has play in him. Like they think that he has play. Yeah, Dante Moore is coming back. So that means that he'll have a chance to be the left tackle for Dante Moore. That'll look good on his resume. That might propel him into the top 3 pick in the draft, especially if he does well. Imagine if he go to Oregon and don't surrender any sacks. You said you enjoyed seeing him lose. I don't want him to go to Oregon either, KC. I don't. After the whole clicks, pay for clicks thing, I don't want him to go to Oregon either. But if he went to Oregon and he blocked for Dante Moore and he never surrendered a sack, oh, he top 3 in the draft. Top 3. It'll be the draft in this order. It'll be it depends on how Arch do next season. If Arch kill it, because it looked like Arch is starting to peak a little bit. He's starting to mature into his he's starting to become an elite quarterback now. He's starting, it's like he had to mature a little bit. You said other coaches taking Coach Prime whole teams for, yeah, they're doing that. They're taking none of his players are staying in the portal. None of them staying there. It's like they're tampering. You know tampering is going on, right? Jordan Seaton wasn't in the portal at first. I'm pretty sure colleges was talking to him. That's tampering. Now, is anything going to be done about it? Probably not. They just don't want coach to have Jordan Seaton. They don't want him to have him. If they see a little bit of possibility of him cracking, they're going to get him. They don't want him to have him. He said when he met a real demon, Signetti, man, yo, did you see him mouth on the sideline? I just want to go home. Please get me out of here. He mouthed something like that. Dan Lanning, I'm done. Like, please get me out of here. They were running all over that team, man. Now they trying to say, well, Indiana had a bunch of old people on the team. I mean, well, who they play? Miami, whoever it was, they had a bunch of old people. Well, Indiana, they're saying that about Indiana too. They had a bunch of old people on the team. One of the receivers, he played with the Jacksonville Jaguars coach in college. That's how long he's been there. Trevor Lawrence. You know, when they won the title. But I think what's going to happen, maybe they still have action in Jordan. I don't know. Colorado might still have action there. Because if, let's just say, if it is the money, they can pay him. They can pay him the money if that's what it is. But that's not it. That's from what I'm hearing now. They're saying that he needs to go to a more advanced program. There's certain things he need to get that he needs to learn before he heads off to the NFL. He's been learning it. He's been working out with some of them, but I think a lot of people, even by his standards, he didn't have such a good season last season. You know what I'm saying? Even by his standards, so he wants to improve on that. And then some people seem to think that he packed it in at the end of the season. He didn't want to play anymore. So I'm still thinking he was injured, but some people said he could have played, but so he was gone then. If that is true, he had made the decision then. But has Colorado, have they brought in some pretty decent players? Yes. But we're gonna see what I think this is, you know what this is gonna come down to? This is gonna come down to Marion. Will coach just let him fly at this point? Just stay out of the way, let him fly, and we'll see what they can do. I think they could pull out seven games at least. At least. If not, it's gonna be a fail. They gotta do at least 7 games, guys. At least 7. Because that'll get them to a respectable bowl game. At least 7. 8 is ideal. You know, if not, I mean, I have to look at their schedule. You said people calling it the 2024 era. Oh, 2024 with Travis and them. It could be. They got some receivers in. They got different things going on. We'll see. But they got to win all the games. They got to win. They got to go at least 3-0, 4-0. But yeah, I mean, on paper, I mean, if you look at the receiver they just brought in, they're ODing in the receiver department. They just lost a running back, but we're not surprised by that one. What's the name? Simeon Price. I'm not surprised that Simeon Price left. Um, yeah, I'm not surprised about Simeon Price. They brought Bo Hughley in from Georgia. That was pretty good. So we'll see what he do there. So yeah, I mean, they still not done yet acquiring people. Even after the portal closed, they can still bring people out of the portal. Yeah, I know Cam Perry in their videos is pretty good. So they got a running game. It's just coming down to the play calling now. That's what I think. Which means that they should at least get 7 games. Because if we can agree that it was the offensive coordinator last year, then there was a disconnect last year. Because remember, they left timeouts on the table. Somebody was supposed to remind Coach Prime that he has timeouts available. He needed to take them at this time. Nobody did that. Everybody just standing around. Like I'm holding him accountable too, right? But he's not an offensive coordinator. He's not a defensive coordinator. So he's the CEO. And he entrusted that they knew what they were doing, but I don't know, man. You said of the first 6 games, 5 are away. I saw that. If you get 10 solid wins, that's if they can get 10 solid wins, well, that won't get them in the playoffs because unfortunately in the Big 12, don't you got to win outright in the Big 12? If they get 10 solid wins, then that's gonna be he might be have to be coach of the year. If he can get 10, 11 solid wins, he got to be up for coach of the year. Because that means you resurrected your team from the grave to go win 10 games. That's very impressive. That's coach of the year right there. And they'll be ranked. Not only that, they finish the season like that, they'll be ranked in the ranking. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't even communicate with him with the timeouts, bro. He should have pulled a Michael Vick and fired him mid-season. You see what Michael Vick did to all his coaches, right? I'm like, damn, he OD'd. He fired every last one of them. They only won 1 game, so he was like, nah, this is embarrassing. You saw what he did, right? I'm like, damn, Mike, you fired all of them. He fired his defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator. He just did it himself. He probably should have just did that. See, because there's different type of coaches. You got the Andy Reid type, that's a coordinator and a head coach, and you have the CEO types. So I think Vic turned into a coordinator. He's like, you're not going to sit up here and embarrass me. This is not happening. But they only won 1 game. Well, Delaware, where Deshaun at? Deshaun's not going to stay there. Deshaun belongs. Remember I said this. He belongs in the Power Five. He's actually a really good coach. And I've heard some people talking about him said, bro, this dude is like a genius when it comes to coaching. And he just needed a chance. And Bill Belichick, all of them knew this about him. I heard this. I heard that there was conversation about him. They said he's next. He was that gifted as a player, like he knew the X's and O's and stuff like that. So yeah, Bill shouldn't even been at North Carolina, bro. I don't even know what if he wanted to still coach, he should have went back to the NFL. He don't got time to develop them kids, man. As far as the last time I checked, he's still there. You played yeah, I had a friend of mine played at Dell State too. Um, I got recruited there out of high school. Like that's one of the places, Delaware State I could have went to in Grambling. I had a visit at Grambling too. Now that I think about it, I should have went to Grambling. I just gave up on football. Like my dad passed away. I just wouldn't do it no more. I had a lot of external stuff going on. But I did take a visit up there. But did Deshaun not staying there? Deshaun's not staying there. He's gonna eventually land a big spot. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a few more years because he's still young. But he didn't surprise anybody that he did so well. That wasn't a surprise to anybody. I heard that all the professionals in that circle, they weren't surprised by him. But they said that they agreed that he needed to get his feet wet somewhere, just to iron things out and get a coaching tree going. And then he'll go somewhere else. He should have taken the Sacramento. I thought so. I thought he should have been the one to take that, but no. Yeah, like the Eddie George path. So Eddie George is a really good coach too. But yeah, Deshaun Jackson, man, he's like top tier, I heard. But he just need to gain some experience. And that's what they're saying. Um, but he's also a coordinator type coach too, if he want to be. He could do it too. Offensive coordinator. But I've heard he is taking some advice from all the top coaches around. He's been to see Coach Prime, stuff like that. So he got advice from everywhere. Now, Coach Prime, what he'll probably do this year is he'll probably like now that he got the offensive coordinator and okay, run with it. You know what I'm saying? Run with it. I think his problem was the coordination. That's what it was. It sucks because he really did give that guy a chance. He really did. He gave him too much of a chance. But anyway, he starts the season off with a clean slate, and then you go from there. But hopefully he get the external stuff corrected. And I think losing that creates an environment like that when you're losing. Things just fall by the wayside. Winning cures everything. I think that's the problem. Winning cures everything. At least 8 games. I know some people say 10 or whatever. I say at least 7. If they can win 6, uh, if they can win 6, that's a good season. 6 or 7. I would say 7. Now, by his standards, no, that's not good. But shit, you in a bowl game. If you win the bowl game, then it'll set you up for next season because 27 is his season. It's going to take a couple years to turn this thing around. And once because he's hand picking everybody. Once he finished doing that, the team should be straight. Because he didn't have no coordination problems at Jackson State, did he? The offensive coordinator was good. He didn't have that problem. So hopefully he fixed it, Marion. Everybody's telling me he's like a genius when it comes to coaching. So that's what they need. And also, did you hear he got his tight end out that portal? I knew he was going to do that because I'm like, why is he in the portal? Why is the tight end in the portal? Like something ain't right here. So they got him out. He withdrew his name from the portal because he's good. They just got to use him. They just got to use him. Kopitz. Yeah, they got him out that portal. Yep. I'm like, they got to get him out, please now. Get him out the portal. Y'all just didn't use him. But yeah, he out that portal, man. He's out. I think they need to probably If I was them, I mean, even Jordan, everybody else committed already that I wanted to see out of the portal. That safety that they got from Vanderbilt, I think he's going to be something to see as well. I like Leonona Lafau out of Texas. They got the tackle Ernest Campbell. He came from Sac State. Isaac Wilson is going to compete for that quarterback position. His brother used to play for the Jets. Zach Wilson. Um, yeah, they got some people here, man. They got another safety, Jaden Hardy out of Oklahoma. Yeah, they got some things going on here. Let me see. Justin England, I think he might be good. Tyler Martinez, I like how he talked. Tyler Martinez, the linebacker, man, I'm ready to see Bo Hughley, offensive tackle. And then Gideon Lampron, he's also a linebacker. He's gonna be competing for that spot as well. So they're gonna have some a situation here. I like how the kids are talking at least. Yeah, Zach Wilson. I like how the kids are talking at least. They want it. This is their opportunity. They come ball out here, sky's the limit. So that's all they need. Think about it. If they could just get to a bowl game, the price goes up. So yeah, that's it, man. I think he just need a coordinator. It's unfortunate that the environment, the way it was, he wasn't there. Also, that also hurt he wasn't there and he had to deal with health issues. Um, and then you entrust your recruiting person to do the right thing, and it just shit just hit the fan. It's crazy. You said, "Oh, Jordan just hit the portal." Now you're talking about officially hit the portal or his name on the website, Donovan. Which what you talking about? You said, "Oh, he just entered the portal." Guys, what Donovan is talking about is he officially put his name, he signed off on it. Because when they say they go in the portal, they'll list their name on the website. That doesn't mean that they're officially in the portal. They have to officially announce to the school that they're in the portal to make it official. So that's why he's saying it's official now. Yeah, I know you guys like, well, no, he announced it. Yeah, you can announce and change your mind. You remember, yeah, so you could change your mind and then, but they said he's officially in the portal. So we'll see at some point, Donovan, if he's going to announce or not. We'll see. Is he going to announce or he going to go somewhere else? I mean, if he's going to come back or whatever. I think he's headed likely. I don't know. To be honest with you, with Jordan, I don't know where he's going. Because he kept me on the heels of my seat when he was announced he was coming to Colorado. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know where he was going. And then finally he told them where he was going. But yeah, man, he'll be all right. But guys, I'm gonna be out of here. I'll come back a little later with the other breaking news when he decide where he's going. But there's some other signees that they have coming. So you're gonna start to see they're gonna land another big player. I heard that down the pipe. I heard they got another big player coming. So I think that news should be coming pretty soon. But until then, I will talk to you guys later.